Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different here. I started buying a few antique books from local antique bookshops and rare bookstores, as well as on abbooks.com. I've been looking for some older texts that I find interesting. So I think I have a good handful of them now, so I'll be doing videos quickly going over why I chose them, as well as some of their aesthetic features and such. So this particular volume here is Latin Proverbs and Quotations. You can see that that there it just says at the top here, and then it just has the ribs on the spine here. And what once was, you can still see some of the gold embossing. It is a full leather cover with the gold embossing around the edges here, as you can see there as well. And it does still have the gold on the edge of the paper. I am going to try my best to get this book cleaned up as much as possible, maybe even restored, and some of my others as well. So I find this text particularly interesting because they do have short proverbs and quotations in Latin, plus the English translation below, or multiple translations below. And that's great, for Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You can throw a quick translation by some famous Latin authors. So this particular text is from 1870, and you can see here, we go through, there's a bunch of blank pages at the front here. Everything is still in good condition in terms of the color of these sheets here. Of course, the front, as you can tell, has some stains on it, which is not unusual for a text of this age, right? And then it starts getting cleaner here. So Latin Proverbs and Quotations, with translations and parallel passages, and a copious English index by, I believe it says, Alfred Henderson. This is London, bound by Sampson Low, Son and Marston, Crown Buildings, Fleet Street, 1869. So I apologize, I said 1870. So this is from 1869. And then it has a little note from the publisher here saying that the person who compiled this particular text unfortunately died while it was being printed on the printing press and did not live to see his life's work be bound together into a single volume. And then it says names of authors and their abbreviations. So you have people, like say Cicero there, Claudian, Erasmus. Let's see, anybody else? We got like Seneca, Tacitus, Virgil, and so on. A bunch of famous Latin authors and their abbreviations, so you can make reference to them in the text. We have the preface here, and then we have the first page of the text, which is interesting. It comes with this little sheet here, which I've never seen in other books before, and you can still see the markings from this particular little piece of paper here as it imprinted itself from being closed for so long on both sides. And then it just says Latin Proverbs and Quotations, and then you got a proverb in Latin followed by its English translation. So let me just give you an example here. So Bonadisque just has two words there in Latin, profit by good example. Simple translation there. Another one, let's say morto tributem exigere, which means to exact an offering from the dead. So that's exactly what you're getting when you're looking at something like this. Just the English, the Latin followed by the English. Really short proverbs and quotations. So like I said, great for using on Twitter and stuff like that, social media. As you can see, each page has the borders around, so it kind of mimics these older facsimile type editions here. Nice typeface, nice and clean. Pages are still clean. All the binding is holding together, which is really nice. Didn't see that there. Seems like another piece of paper is imposed on here. I'm gonna have to clean that up. But like I said, that's not unusual for books they sold. And then you have the nice index at the back. A very large index. And then the end here, and the marble end papers, just like at the front. Alright, so that was Latin Proverbs and Quotations from 1869. I have a few more antiquarian books that I'm going to be taking a look at. This particular volume is from a bookstore here in Ontario called Contact Edition Rare Books. You can find them on the internet, and they do sell their inventory on abbooks.com, so international customers can visit their site. You can visit www.contacteditions.ca, and you can find through their inventory list on abbooks.com and make international orders. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned to the Leather Library for some further reviews on these antiquarian books. Don't forget to rate, to comment, and to subscribe. And as always, guys,